Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today's video is about Valkyrae again. If you're not caught up from the last video, Valkyrae decided to give her opinion on the Hassan situation where he zapped his dog on live stream. And as you can probably guess, Valkyrae had a really bad response and was pretty much like, we should focus on what's going on in Gaza right now. There's a whole genocide going on, guys. Why are we spending all this time focusing on Hassan zapping his dog?
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but you know, this priorities in this world are not where they should be.
It's like you clearly are trying to deflect any criticism against Hassan by bringing up the genocide like out of nowhere. Like, what did that have to do with anything? With that logic, what is the point of criticizing anything when there's a genocide going on? But the reason why I'm making this video today, because she actually has responded, because a lot of people were criticizing her for bringing up the genocide out of nowhere. So here's that.
What happened? So last time I streamed, I talked about the Kaya situation, but the way I addressed it made it seem like I was deflecting from the main topic while talking about other issues in the world, which I understand. Now that I looked it back, I was like, oh yeah, that was probably not the best way to talk about it. It's not a matter of whether I said something right or wrong. It's just more so that the timing of it was not good. Like, I understand why it comes off as deflecting.
Now, do I actually believe anything she's saying is apology? No, not really. She's definitely apologizing to get some backlash off her, but at least she apologized, I guess. Now, if you remember her tweet from the last video where she said F this genocide, I'm gonna have to sincerely apologize for making fun of it, because the tweet might have actually freed Palestinian hostages during the ceasefire. So I'm sorry, Valkyrae, your tweet actually did have an impact. But I guess people on Reddit started making fun of her for her riveting opinion on the Son Piker situation, which I guess people are calling it Colorgate. But I guess the one she has a problem with the most is the livestream fail subreddit. So I'm assuming that's probably where she got the most hate on. But she ended up reaching out to Asmongold and a couple other streamers to ask for advice on how to handle hate that she's getting on the subreddit.
About LSF, I messaged Nick Pollum and I messaged Asmongold. I asked both of them, I was like, hey, I don't really use Reddit a whole lot, but like, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh, I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, I should have definitely like spoken about it differently. And both of them reassured me that it's a good idea to not, because I know they're like, they're Reddit people. So I was like, they both said, they're both very nice. And they both said, yeah, don't respond. It's not a good idea. Yes, Asmongold and Nick Pollum, because I know those are like the two people that I know like participate in Reddit stuff a lot. So I got some very, very nice advice. And okay, guys, can you guys? I understand. I know that a lot of people in the streaming space are not everyone's cup of tea, but I think it is okay for me to ask questions where I feel like I would get a proper answer.
Now, as you can see, her fan base was really upset that she reached out to Asmongold, and she actually ended up apologizing for reaching out to Asmongold because, well, her fan base doesn't really like Asmongold that much and thinks he's a white supremacist and a Nazi.
Are you gonna address the elephant? Yeah, of course. I did a deep dive last night. In fact, all night. At the end of the day, it is my fault for not being aware enough. And I apologize to my community. It was probably so hurtful and so jarring. I'm under a rock, and that's my fault. So everyone, including myself, should be more aware of, you know, what's going on in the world and what people are saying. That is my fault. It's literally no one's fault but my own. I'm not aware enough, and that's on me. Yeah, I think that's another thing. Like, I'm gonna do a better job of also be like more vocal about how I feel about important issues. Context, I mean, it's out there. It's out there. You can just watch the beginning of last stream.
I hate content creators like this who apologize for no reason at all. Like, you're a grown woman who reached out to another grown man. You shouldn't have to apologize for doing this. Just stick up for yourself. Jesus Christ. Like, just because somebody's right and they're straight and white doesn't mean that they're a white supremacist and a Nazi. That's very stupid. Like, yes, does Asmongold always has the best opinions? No, he definitely does not.
Anyway, with a lot of these characters, anytime that I see a character that's added into a video game, and the character is not attractive, or the character is meant to be unappealing to a majority of people, that in a trailer, I automatically assume the game is going to be complete trash.
But he's definitely not a white supremacist or a Nazi or even an awful person. He's just kind of retarded sometimes. And she's also trying to be as vague as possible to not alert any audience who didn't know that she reached out to the right-wing Twitch streamer Asmongold, which is a very common YouTube apology tactic. And there's also no way you didn't know what Asmongold has been saying or the controversies that he's been in. I do not believe that at all. Like, the only reason why you're apologizing now and saying that, oh my god guys, I did my research and I found out that this person is a terrible person, is because your retarded fan base had a problem with you reaching out to Asmongold. By the way, Valkyrae, you're a full-grown woman. You can make your own decisions. You don't have to rely on your chats to make them for you. They're retarded. They're so stupid. They probably have less brain cells than Asmongold. And that's combined, by the way, because there's no way a smart person is sitting there spending time out of their day watching the most spineless Twitch streamer ever. And also, it's pretty hypocritical to be saying all that while being buddies with Hassan Piker. Do you even know what he has said?
About going to brothels in Europe and paying for their services with this whole, so what? I don't give a shit. I'm pro-sex work. When that's a very easy stance to have when you're the consumer, let's say. Listen, I'm totally for sex workers' rights and protections. I don't think we do enough for them. But let's not kid ourselves, a lot of the times the women in these situations are not safe. They could be trafficked, they could be taken advantage of in their time of need, and Hassan seems like a smart enough guy to know that. It would just benefit him more to play ignorant.
Alright, I think that's all I have to say about the situation. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.